morning, Thailand. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's good to be back again. Can I just see a show of hands? Who was here last year for the same event? I cannot ask a question. Who remember what I presented last year? Even more difficult. So just a quick recap. Last year, I talked about user experience, right? And I talked about how important user experience is to the IT industry, to you guys over here, because that will help you to continuously improve the performance of your application and the quality of the application, which in turn improve your customer experience. Today, we are going to take it to the next level. We want to show you how you can connect that user experience to a business outcome. Now, question again, what is a business outcome? I'm pretty sure when we talk about business outcome, we're referring to something good, right? We want to have good, positive business outcome. Let me start with something very obvious. Year on year, month on month, same revenue or more revenue, right? That's a good business outcome, isn't it? What else? What is a good business outcome? If I have happy customer, that's a good business outcome as well. Do you agree? Anything else? If I have happy customer, I will introduce more customers. That means I will have more customers as well, which is a good thing from the revenue perspective as well. I have less complaint. With less complaint, I have less incident calls. With less incident calls, I have higher ROI, which means I have higher return on investment in terms of my IT. Everything that I invest in IT, everything makes sense to the business. Now, coming back to IT, how do we manage this business outcome? How do we ensure that we're always getting good business outcome or react fast enough to the business outcome? So every time we go to the customer, any customer, the first thing we always hear, and let me know if you agree with me, we want to have business dashboard. Am I right? It's important to have business dashboard, isn't it? So I give you 3 business dashboard here. By the way, they are coming from 3 different vendors, not Dynatrace. Do you think they all look the same? No? Well, they all look nice, right? So I get all the information I want. I have revenues, I have number of transactions, I have user experience to a certain degree. I know how many percentage of users are not getting any errors. So I have this beautiful dashboard, and I put into my large projector screen or my large TV. So, and I invite vendors, you see, look at my nice dashboards, for example. For the first month, you do that. For the second month, maybe when you walk past, you look at the dashboard, and then you walk away. Subsequently, 3rd month, 4th month, you just walk away. So what does that mean? It means that over time, you realize something. Business outcomes is not about just a bunch of business-related dashboard, right? It must be functional. It must be able to answer why. It must be able to give you the answers. For example, how is my user who are not facing problem contributing to my revenues? Or which error should I be fixing to improve my upside or my revenue? Right? So something is missing there, right? Reality is this. The reality is today, business and IT is still not very well connected, right? Business are seeing their own things. IT is still seeing their own things as well. So it needs to be better connected. And what that means is, for example, if I see a dip in my revenue, speed is important as well. I need to quickly identify which application, which transaction is causing that problem that causes my revenue to dip. Is it the code problems or is it the infrastructure? But most importantly, I need to react fast. I need to drill down to the root cause, because that root cause is the one that's causing me, my business, to give me a negative business outcome. But at the end of the day, it always revolves around one thing, and I mentioned that many times earlier. Always starts with your customer again, right? Today I don't have many slides, because I'm going to do something different. So let me start with this one customer. This customer is called Heiner Hastings. Right? Just imagine today I'm running a travel website. Right? Let's say Heiner is a personal friend of mine. So she called me, "Hey, Joseph, try to book a flight on your website. I run into problems. Can you help me to look into it?" With that, let me do a demo. But I will not be using slides, so I'm going to show you a live demo now. Everyone can see from the back? All right, all good? So who is having problem? Heiner, right? So let me search Heiner and understand exactly what problem is she facing. So I choose my user, I enter her name, Heiner, and I click. You know what? Heiner tried many times. 1 time here, 2 times here, total 9 times. Right? I know where she's coming from, obviously, because she's also my friend. Right? I know she's experiencing a lot of errors. Right? So I'm trying to connect to her right now. So let's understand a bit more about Heiner. So obviously, Heiner is using my travel website from her desktop, right? Not my mobile, not from the mobile phone. She tried to come in many times. Let's pick one of the times that she tries to come in to do some of this action here, or clicks. So guess what? Heiner is trying to do a transaction which is worth about $1,200 USD, not Thai baht. Now, I also know her loyalty status. Now, apparently, she's not a member yet, but obviously, it's my duty to convert her to be a member. She can be a silver member, a gold, or a platinum member, right? I know she is frustrated because the system tells me so, and obviously because she calls me. So let's understand exactly what happened to her transaction. So she goes to the home page. She tries to book a flight. She selects a country, 969. It's okay, don't worry. We will know more later. She tried to log in with a user ID, and at the last step, when she tried to validate her credit card, she's frustrated. Right? So I'm trying to connect to this user right now. So exactly what happened? Why not we play back her transaction? We call it session replay. So let me click here, maximize it so that you can see, and play. So this is Heiner transactions, captured by our session replay. So she's trying to scroll, going back up. Let me pause here. You can see where I captured the $1,200. It's from this page. She's trying to go to Paris, right? She's trying to make a booking with $1,200. Continue to play. She tried to enter her credit card details. Guess what happened? Can you guys see the error from the back? Something went wrong. Please try again. Right? So let's retrace back the steps. If you see all the dots here, the last dot is the one having a problem. If I click this dot, this is exactly the part when she clicks, she gets an error. So now the business, or rather now I know what happened. But what's the next steps? Remember, we need to react fast. It's not just about presenting you with more data, right? I want to know what causes her problems. So let me click here to go back to her transactions, which is the last step here. Now I want to get more information on this transaction, exactly what goes wrong. So let me do a quick analysis here. And guess what? When she tried to do the booking, the famous error, 500 errors. Right? So now I know it's something to do on my server end. Right? It's a server 500 exception errors. Now, I want to do a few more clicks to find out exactly the details. This is the part where I can maybe pass it to my developers, or because it's so simple, I might as well just click on it. I click View Pure Path to see the trace, and I want to see exactly at which component is failing. So it's supposed to go into more components, right? More services, but it stops here. What's the problems? I'll go to the details of the failures. And guess what? I now identify the function, the method calls that's causing the problem is called store booking. Now, the developer will need more information, and these are the information exactly what causes the 500 errors. So in this information, you send it to the developers. If it's outsourced to a third party, you send it to them. But remember Kun Goff, my previous presenter, he talks about AI. Why does Heiner needs to call me when I have AI? Well, did our AI pick up the problems? Actually, we did. Look at the notification here, right? If I click here, and let me just use a search here, you can see exactly we did pick up the problem. So this is our AI. Our AI detected that's a problem, right? So let's go in and find out more details. Now, Haina called me because she's my friend. But is this problem happening to other customers? Right? If they don't call me, I will never know, right? So guess what? There are 40 customers affected by the same problem. And Heiner is one of them. To prove it to you, I can click on this 40, and I scroll all the way down. Heiner is one of the customers, and she calls. Now imagine today, what will happen if your customer cannot access or having problem trying to book something? They walk away. They go to your competitor website, right? So that's the challenge today. So if I go back to the problem, what else did the AI detect? AI also detected that this is the problem, right? There's a JavaScript error on the credit card. Remember earlier, I have to do clicks. With the AI, I do not even need to click because it's telling me there's a credit card problem, and it's this function called store booking. That's the root cause. Now, if I'm the app's owner, I wanted to make sure, beside credit card problems, do I have other transaction that is also having problems? So what I can do is I can focus on this application and go into it, and I'll just scroll all the way down. These are my 3 critical transactions. Now, credit card was a problem, it's fixed, but I have 2 other critical transactions called Blog and My Journeys. The good news is it's working fine. So if I'm the app's owner, I'm happy, but I also want to make sure I fix all the JavaScript error I'm seeing on my website. Now, you might be thinking, yes, we have AI, we detected the problems, but 40 customers affected. Can I have 0 customer affected? Can I be more proactive? We can, right? I scroll up to here. So what you see here is a synthetic monitor. What is synthetic? Meaning I have robots running around the world. So I have more than 50 synthetic robot nodes running around the world, or you can set up your own private nodes in Thailand. So what that does is every time it will test the transactions, even when no user are using your application. Right? It's a robotic script that runs, and my robotic scripts runs from 3 locations, and they detected problems with that transactions. So let me find out more details. So I have 2 scripts running. Availability for the first script is 72%, so there are failures. If I click to find out more, view details, and I can see that I'm running from these 2 locations where my robot is, and these are the time where the script detected problems. So let me analyze and see exactly, is my robot seeing the same thing as what the user are seeing? So if I scroll down, because I did what we call a text check, I'm looking for some keywords on the page. Right? If it returns the same keywords, everything is good. If it's different, something is wrong. And apparently, there are 3 instances where it's wrong. So if I click on my script here, and obviously my script also record all the images, right, as it's running. And here, I can actually see the differences. So let's see. I was expecting this. If you can't read from the back, it says, check your email, tickets are waiting for you there. You will be redirected in 5 seconds. So this is good. But what my script saw is actual, something went wrong. So it's exactly what the user are saying. Now imagine my script can do the same thing even before an actual customer fire the transaction or do a transactions. Right, so this is really showing you a 360 view, how I can connect from a single user, also with the power of AI, telling you exactly what's the problem so that you can react faster, preventing loss of more revenue for that matter, improving customer experience. But obviously, we still come back to the question. You still want a dashboard, right? We still want a dashboard? Yes or no? All right, obviously, we still have dashboard. The question is, how difficult is it to create this dashboard? So let me go back to show you something. So we do not require any change of code, right? So let me just go back to the application page and just want to show you the configuration I did for this Easy Travel website. So these are some of the things I extracted from the application. No change of code required. So I just need to know where can I find the information. Is it on the page, or is it a request that goes to the server? So whether it's a booking information, the income, the loyalty status of the customer. So once I define some of these parameters, I can start creating my dashboard. And I will show you, you can actually create a dashboard from the same interface here. So let me just go to dashboard. Maybe I'll create a new one. What should I call it? Bangkok. Dynatrace Bangkok. This is the interface. I'm still within the same dashboard. I can choose to do something really simple. Maybe I'll do a user behavior. And then I'll just select the application. There you go. Or I can do something more customized. So we call it the query language here, user query language, meaning to say you can write your own query, which is very user-friendly. And I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it here. So first, I'll do a select. So what do I want to see in my report? For example, I want to see the loyalty status. So I type loyalty. I click enter. What else I want to see? I want to see revenue, bookings. Enter. I want to get the information from all my user session, and I want to group by loyalty status. Now, do I want to show all the bookings income? No, maybe I want to take the average for each loyalty status. Is it difficult? If I can do it, you guys can do it too. So I'll just run the query to test. I need more data. And here you go. My different loyalty status of my customer, platinum, gold, silver, and how much spending per group. Now, I can present this in line, pie, or bar chart. It doesn't matter. Once you are done with that, save the changes back to the dashboard. And click Done. So, easy. So let me just summarize this. I have 1 minute more. So what I have showed you earlier, it's somewhere here. So I talk about digital user experience, right? So what I've shown you is all about giving you the real user insight and also about managing the SLA, or service level management, all in a single platform. So connecting your user back to business outcome, where you can easily slice and dice the data. And with that, Kokun Krab, thank you very much. And thanks for your time.